We live, Ronnie. We live.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. We are live. We are back. Yes, we are back. Guys, please, as you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, like always. Thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Hakeem, Jordan, what's cracking like and where's cracking like on this Monday evening? What's happening?
Code word today is motion.
I like that word motion because we motioning it right into the November, so it's getting kind of chilly up in here. It's getting kind of chilly up in here, especially where I'm at and everything. But other than that, good to be here to start this fresh start Mondays. We about to go in, so let's go, let's get it.
Now that, but shout out to the mom, mother, Natasha Vincent, that's also in the building. And shout out to Mimi, who's also the first one in the building, showing love and support, man. We really do greatly appreciate her. Shout out to those watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Thank you guys so much. I was also tuning in on Rumble and also X. Guys, make sure you follow. It's so very, very important. And shout out to that Goody Man that's also watching us right now on Instagram. We really do greatly appreciate it. Sports. Jordan, what's going on in the sports world? A lot of things was happening over the weekend. What's happening in the sports world?
A lot of things happen in the weekend. If you watch football, there's a lot of good teams. I wear my Lions hat because we hot right now. We're doing historical things. So shout out to my Lions. But other than that, we're gonna jump into the NBA. So we're gonna talk about Kevin Durant. So as you guys know, this is Kevin Durant's 16 or 17 seasons. And this is his third season with the Phoenix Suns. But as we know, he's been busting around the league. He played his first 10 years at OKC, then went to, with the Golden State Warriors, for 3 years, and won 2 out of the 3. Then moved to Brooklyn, Brooklyn Nets, but I think he was there for another 3 or 4 years, and then worked out with him, Kyrie. He's now with the Phoenix Suns. So Stephen A. Smith had made a critique about, how, he's not really a leader when it comes to him not being a leader when it comes to his players. If you see his history, we would say his first 10 years, first not 10 years, he was a leader, or you say with Russell. When we said the Golden State Warriors, he wasn't a leader because he had Steph, he had Draymond Green, and also in Brooklyn, we heard rumors that with Kyrie, we heard that Kyrie was more of a leader than he was Kevin Durant. Now he's with the Phoenix Suns, that a lot of people think he should take the leadership role, but according to Stephen A., watch his NBA career or all the teams he's been up, he hasn't truly been a leader. So Kevin Durant heard that, and he responded to Stephen A. was saying, "Yeah, Stephen A., I don't understand how people ever listen to Stephen A. I've been in the league for 18 years. I've never seen Stephen A. at a practice or a film session or a shoot around. I've never seen him anywhere but talking stuff about us as players. He's a clown to me. He always been a clown. He could write that too." So and he went off Stephen A. and that went viral or Twitter / X and everything. So Stephen A. responded back on First Take. So we're gonna play the clip. Go ahead, Hakeem, play the audio, and after that we're gonna chop it up.
Bad news for Kevin Durant. If you're expecting me to reciprocate with that kind of pettiness and childishness, it's not going to happen. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest players to have ever played this game. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's a two-time champion, a two-time league MVP, Finals MVP. And I've been on the record saying he's also a good dude. So if he wants to resort to that level, even though we're both grown men, and if he had something to say, he knows my number, and he refrains from doing so, that's what he has to live with. But having said all of that, respectfully, Kevin Durant, could you stop lying, please? I've been an NBA reporter, and I was a columnist for the Philadelphia Inquirer as well. Kevin Durant has seen me in the locker room when he was at Oklahoma City. He has seen me in the locker room when he was at Golden State. He has certainly seen me at games throughout his career. I got bad news. I got bad news for Kevin Durant. If you're expecting me to reciprocate with that kind of pettiness and childishness, it's not going to happen. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest players to have ever played this game. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's a two-time champion, a two-time league finals MVP. And I've been on the record saying he's also a good dude. So if he wants to resort to that level, even though we're both grown men, and if he had something to say, he knows my number, and he refrains from doing so, that's what he has to live with. But having said all of that, respectfully, Kevin Durant, could you stop lying, please? I've been an NBA reporter, and I was a columnist for the Philadelphia Inquirer as well. Kevin Durant has seen me in the locker room when he was at Oklahoma City. He has seen me in the locker room when he was at Golden State. He has certainly seen me at games throughout his career. I got bad news, but unfortunately for him, I don't have to be at shoot around, and I don't have to be in the post-game locker room. I happen to have a hit show that's been #1 for 12 years. I have other things to do with my time. I go to games all the time. I'm not a beat writer anymore. So let's get that out the way. The other thing that I would say is this, respectfully. Kevin Durant is going to have to answer this question. Who's allowed to talk about him? Charles Barkley played this game as a Hall of Famer. He got a Charles Barkley. Shannon Sharpe is a Super Bowl champion, a 3-time Super Bowl champion, and a Hall of Famer. He got at Shannon. He's gotten at players, the C.J. McCollums of the world, the Dennis Schroeders of the world, and others. He's gotten at fans. And oh, by the way, did it discreetly because he had, account. But unfortunately for him, and I will reiterate to the audience what I said, he is one of the greatest players to have ever played this game. And regardless of his sensitivity and petulance and flagrant immaturity, he also happens to be a very, very good dude. I've always had profound respect for him. I'm the same guy, Kevin Durant, that you asked to show up on your show, The Boardroom. I'm the same guy that you executive produced a documentary on Stephon Marbury and featured me in it. I'm that same guy that you said you don't want anybody to listen to, yet you had me on stuff you executive produced for people to listen to. Now that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I'll have more to say about it, more in depth and more specifically on the Stephen A. Smith Show on YouTube and iHeartRadio this afternoon. I'm not finished at all, but I will not disrespect him the way that he disrespected me. It's unfortunate that no matter how old he gets, his sensitivity seems to heighten. And I will reiterate to the audience what I said.
So yeah, that was Stephen A. Clapping back at Kevin Durant about his comments he made to Stephen A. Because a lot of the guys don't know, like Kevin Durant, I think he still has a burner account. I think it's on Twitter and everything, and he is one of the biggest trolls in the NBA. And when somebody criticizes his game, he comes back into people, not just to columnists or NBA players, also as fans too. He trolls fans as well. And I think with Kevin Durant, when people talk about him, I think ever since he left, OKC, seeing his Esposito not really being a leader like that, or being a mercenary by going to different teams and everything, when people have that opinion of Kevin Durant, he likes to burst out and clap back at them, and a lot of people feel like he's sensitive in a way. And that's what Stephen A. still was trying to say and everything. But go ahead, Rodney, man. What's your thoughts on Stephen A. clapping back at Kevin Durant about really critiquing this game? But Kevin Durant is telling him that you never played basketball in your life. But Stephen A. has been a beat writer and a columnist for 30 years, so he has covered NBA for over 30 years now. So what's your take on it?
See, this is the problem I have with Stephen A. Stephen A. can always critique people on their game, on the way they carry themselves, and not only that, or how they are as a person. But when someone do it to him, now he's all emotional. Now he's upset at why KD is coming at me and clap backing at me. Hell, he's a human being. He has a right to have his own criticism too. The other thing I think a lot of these critics fail to realize that the same way you critique somebody, someone can critique you. I don't think Kevin Durant is wrong how he critique Stephen A. Because sometimes Stephen A. can be out of the pocket. And not only that, but it's also Kevin Durant's own personal opinion. We all have our own personal opinion on how we say something about one another. So I don't think KD was wrong. I don't think Stephen A is wrong. He's just doing what he normally does. Stephen A is known for clapping back and talking crap about people's game, and people are used to it. It's the same thing with like Skip Bayless. Bayless does the same exact thing. He'll go in, critique someone very hard, but then when someone do it to him, he gets all upset. He said, "Why are they doing it to me? Do they understand this is my job?" Yes, but they still are human being. They have the right to critique you as well. Go ahead, Hakeem.
So I'm gonna come at it from two different perspectives. So I did not agree with Kevin Durant calling him a clown. I do agree with him having an opinion. When you're at that level with that much visibility and with that much star power, you have to have some sort of decorum. So when he said, "Oh, he's just a clown to me," you sound like you back in DC, Northwest or Northeast. You can't, you know what I mean? Like you could critique his analyst skills, but calling him a clown, no. Secondly, there are some truths to what Stephen A. Stiff Smith, and there's some truth and there's some no truths. But the problem is, this is not the first time he has attacked people who has had a negative comment about this. Now, there's where I agree and I disagree, and here's his point. Golden State Warrior was a system that was already built. They just fit him in there. Other places he's been, you have to get a system going. So I don't think he's been in a place where he's able to build the system from the ground up, where he could be that leader. But if there's not a lot of people you're able to lead or make a functioning team, how are you going to be able to be a leader? And that's my opinion on that. I think that in the 18 years he's been there, you know what I mean? When you have 2 or 3 superstars on there and there's not a system there, I don't know how you can do it. So that's where I agree and I disagree with Stephen A. Smith.
I think, well, Stephen A. Smith, he has his own podcast, and with this, he's going to just use it up for his content, and try to get, thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views for a podcast, which is kind of a smart thing to do. So, this is not the first time Kevin Durant got at Stephen A. Smith. I think he got him either a year or two ago about similar things and everything. No, 3 years ago they was beefing a little bit of Twitter and everything, and then after that, I guess they talked talked about things like that, and then I remember that Kevin Durant had them on the board. I think it was on the boardroom. It was like a interview. I can't remember where it was and everything. That was cool and everything. So and then but yeah, I just don't understand of what on Kevin Durant's side what he's doing, because it's not that Stephen A. is criticizing him. There's other people that's criticizing him too, which Stephen A. could say about Charles Barkley and everything. But for some reason that some people think like even though he's ice cold when it comes to the basketball, he can take when it comes to criticism to him, and he's on a basketball, he's very great, all time great. But some people feel like with Kevin Durant that that he is so great on the court, off the court, when a lot of people, not just Stephen A, but other people criticize him if they feel like he's taking it to heart, and then he claps back. And him being an all-time great, when other players are getting criticized, like LeBron James, Steph Curry, and so forth, for other superstars in the game, they don't clap back as Kevin Durant does it and everything. And that's why people think it's like, some people think, especially like Stephen A or Charles Barkley, is like, why are you so sensitive in the way? Because we criticize other players, but it comes to you, got to clap back at us. But here's what I say so. But when it comes to Kevin Durant, watching him, play for his 18 years and everything, I remember, his first 10 years at OKC, when he wasn't really clapping back at people like that. To me, he was very humble. He said OKC. Now, when he left OKC, when he got to Golden State, he sees a little humbleness. But while some goes to the Brooklyn and Phoenix, I feel like with Kevin Durant, he wasn't so humble as he was back in OKC. and people's kind of view Kevin Durant in a different way because how he likes to clap back at not just the critics from Stephen A. somebody else, but also as fans too. Fans could say some volatile things. The best way you can do is you can block him, but Kevin Durant does not choose to block him. He chooses to clap back at them back, which I have no problem with it. That's if you like the trash call, you like the trash call. So. But a lot of criticism you hear from the Stephen A. Charles Barkley's like, you being as a leader and everything, they don't, since you like to really clap back, at people, but when it comes to teammates, when they're not playing so well, your leadership doesn't show on the court, and that's why you get some type of criticism and everything. So, but like I said, personally, me, Kevin Durant, he's a Hall of Famer. He's one to probably go down one of the 20th greatest players to ever play the game. He has the MVP. He has 2 championships. He has 2 Finals MVPs. He's like a 12, 13-time All-Star. He's a 4-time scoring champion and everything. But because of Hall of Fame, he's first ballot. But people try to look at his legacy. It's like you're looking at the good and also the bad, and that's what people like to nitpick at certain players, especially like Kevin Durant. So when it comes to Stephen A., he's the biggest NBA commentators in sports. Him and Shannon Sharpe and everything. So, and when Stephen A. speaks, and when he critiques a player, a lot of people is going to listen to that. Fans, that's our fans that are from Stephen A.'s point, or fans for Kevin Durant, or fans in general from the NBA. They're going to kind of critique, Kevin Durant in a little possible way, and they're gonna look at having more argument as, like I said, is he a top 10 player, is he a top 15 player, or is he a top 20 player, so on and so forth and everything, which people have their own different opinions and everything. So but like I said, personally, Kevin Durant, what it goes down, Kevin Durant's a Hall of Famer. If you want to do what he want to do, keep tweet back to other people, that's what he does, but that's what people be criticizing for, because why you need to do that and you're not really building your team and trying to get to the championship.
No, but shout out to the lovely Shiesty Bum that's also in the building, the lovely Sherry. Shit, I'm used to Sherry Bryan. Sherry Bryan's not here, she's recovering, but the lovely Bobby Bryan is also in the building. But every time I see Bobby Bryan, I see Sherry Bryan, they one and the same. So shout out to you guys that's always tuning in. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad that's also in the building. And also shout out to Secret Kitchen that's watching us also on Instagram. Guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss when we go live. Each and every time we go live. Shout out to those that are watching on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, X, Rumble. Guys, don't forget to follow. It's so very important that you guys follow us so you'll never miss when we go live. You already know. Money, Jordan, what's going on with the money world? And also shout out to White High.
Shout out to White High. Okay, we're gonna talk about going back to small businesses and everything. So we know that majority of people that have businesses, majority of them fail between the first to 5 years and everything. So, but we do have a clip from Yahoo Finances when it comes to small businesses. How you can use grants to secure funding, and also tips on how instead of you trying to make a bad business, how you can make a successful business. So go ahead, King, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Small businesses are a driving engine of the U.S. economy. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, small businesses contributed 55% of the total net job creation from 2013 to 2023. But many businesses fail in their first year or even fail to make it off the ground in the first place. Here with some of the tips on how you can build a successful business, we've got Elizabeth Gore, who is the co-founder and president of Hello Alice. Elizabeth, great to have you here with us. We should mention as well, Hello Alice is a free online platform that helps businesses launch and grow here. Elizabeth, as you think about the keys to just getting the business off the ground for so many entrepreneurs out there that are trying to make sure that they don't become one of the failed statistics, how can they ensure that they're setting the foundation for a long-standing business?
Well, howdy. I'm actually optimistic right now about small businesses, those who had to shutter during COVID are coming back savvier, and their number one focus right now needs to be diversifying their cash flow. So starting with more money than you normally would and being smart about how do you use operational credit? How do you apply for grants? How do you get the SBA to back you with a loan? Right now, we need to start with more capital, even though capital is expensive, but there are different ways to do that.
How are you seeing small businesses fare when it comes to continuing to be a driving force, at least within the employment situation, as we continue to monitor it, fresh off of some of the data that we got this morning, which, of course, on aggregate was well below expectations. But for small businesses, what are you seeing out there in the environment for hiring right now and their job planning?
Well, on one hand, we have 5 times the amount of small businesses launching in America than historically. So that's the good news side. The tough thing right now is still hiring. So if you're looking at from living wage jobs all the way up to a skilled labor, there is still issues out there with that hiring. I say get out there fast and be proactive in your community before you open those doors. So try and tell people you're coming, cultivate those potential employees, get out in your community, go to your chamber of commerce, go to community events, and get the word out that you are hiring. Put it on social media even before you open those doors, because it is a tough job market.
I want to get to some of the tips that you have, and especially around how small businesses can secure capital and find grants and find funding as well. What are some of your tips for how small business owners and operators can ensure that they do have the operating capital that's necessary through some of the programs that are publicly placed?
Yeah, so my favorite thing that's very underutilized are small business grants. And those are non-dilutive. They're out there. Yes, you might have to do a lot of applications. However, this is, quote, free capital. They might come from your city, your state, your county. They might come from organizations. On Hello Alice, we have the ability to scrape the entire internet for grants for you. Also, every department within the US government offers grants. So it's really something to look for. The second thing is I'm a big fan in being smart around operational credit. So think about getting that small business credit card, using it smart, paying it off, but earning points, earning discounts. That is another way to be smart about capital.
And so just lastly, while we have you here, as you think about the environment for small businesses and the challenges that many small businesses have been able to overcome, but then as well, just how they're thinking about the infusion of offsetting some of those challenges. And some of that's with the infusion of more technology. Where are you seeing small businesses really tap in to technology, leveraging that to their advantage here, where, you know, it's not going to be the same type of spend as a Magnificent Seven company on technology, but it could be something that makes a larger impact on how they're effectively able to operate their business?
Well, I mean, they're small businesses and they're magnificent in and of themselves because they're spending 90% more than in previous years on software. So that means they're using accounting software, they're building their own websites, they're using things like Shopify and others to get their storefronts open early. So it is very smart and savvy to take advantage of the software out there for your small business. And they are, which is really exciting. I also think that'll lower fail rates because it's giving small business owners time back, which is the toughest thing as a small business owner, but also the efficiencies, the cost savings, and so on. So really excited to see that they are spending more on software. And I have to say really quickly, use cyber software as well. Cyber attacks on small businesses are very strong right now, and that is a software that cannot be overlooked.
Elizabeth Gore, co-founder and president of Hello Alice. Elizabeth, thanks so much for taking the time here.
Real pleasure. Thanks.
Shout out to IB Wody and Next Level, man. We see you, brothers. Thank you for joining in.
What's good, Next Level? IB Wody.
See you, brothers. We see you, brothers. So there you go, guys. There are some tips, you know, when it comes to, having a successful small business, successful for having small businesses. The lady was really displaying, there's a lot of grants you can find, on the internet when it comes to with the federal, state, and also the city as well. But go ahead, Hakeem. What's your take about tips on having a successful small business?
Hey, this was one of the greatest things because we all want to be business owner. Everybody here and everybody looking. I think that she made some intricate point about learning business funding, how to software, focusing on software and how to integrate that into the business, which is one of the best things too, but also realizing like, you know what I mean? Do you know the business that you're in? Understanding the business that you're in. I didn't hear that. A lot of y'all sell cakes, pies, and none of y'all don't know what the business is, how to get certified, how to be food license health. So, you know, those things I would have liked to hear him talk about. But overall, the conversation was good and it's great because, you know what I mean? I was about to mess myself up. I said America was built on business, bloody business. So, just understanding the business you in and evolve.
No, but shout out to that Kick subscriber. He gave us an idea for a topic. Anybody that have ideas for a topic, feel free to hit us up on the DM on Instagram. You know, KR Culture Radio, hit us up on the DM and we'll react to it. Cause he said there's something going down in the UK. There's a guy similar to King Von in the UK. I'm gonna do research on that and we'll probably do a reaction to that. But thank you again for the Kick subscriber for giving us a suggestion to go and do a reaction to a video. Really, really dope. So guys, we be international. When you're international, there are other international news that we need to know about. So shout out to you guys that's watching us over there in the UK. Yeah, but small businesses. Here's the thing with small businesses. A lot of people are like it or not, America is built on small businesses. Hakeem and Jordan, I'm sorry to say it is. Even though it's a corporation, but it's still the corporation at one point was small businesses. Prime example, Amazon. Amazon was a small business at Jeff Bezos' parents' house in the garage. And now it's a multi-trillion-dollar company. So it's just that's how business started. It started off small and not that. But if you go to the Jeff Bezos method, he was able to leverage and say, okay, what can I do to create a business that can also help and serve people? That's how you become successful when it comes to small businesses. It's good to see that a lot of businesses are now recovering after the pandemic because a lot of small businesses was affected by the pandemic, and mostly the big corporation was still thriving, still surviving. But it's glad to see that they're getting right back at it again. And that's why I keep saying a lot of people have some great ideas. Some people have great ideas to create like clothing stores, great idea to create food, and you know that social media is another way people are using it for their small businesses. So to me, there a lot of people are starting to leverage a lot of opportunity that's out here. So good job for those that are starting a lot of small businesses, and not only that, but make sure that the whole agenda of creating a business, what can I do to serve people? Go right ahead, Jordan.
I mean, for me, I think there's a couple things that could be helpful. I don't think that they said on this video. I think, you know, if you want to start a small business, you're passionate about a small business, you know, I recommend to go to a business lawyer and see if you get like a consultation. Some consultations are free, or some might be, you know, $100, $200 for like 15 or 30 minutes. And, you know, they can discuss you how to start a business when it comes to LLCs, how you make a contracts and everything, and little stuff like that, and also how long businesses, you know, take to be successful and everything. And also, you know, I would definitely talk to a CPA, a certified accountant as well, to talk about, you know, what type of investment you want to talk about, the cost of business and everything, and then how to, you know, once you get your business started, how you just have to have, you know, bookkeep your business and everything, inventory, all those type of things as well. So I think, you know, those two be a definitely help when it comes to you start a business and everything. I don't think a lot of people that do that start a small business and everything, but other than, you know, me say do a couple things, you know, grants like the lady said, you know, they're all over, you know. You know, I don't think you don't have to fill paperwork. You know, usually you got to fill the application online and everything. So we're definitely seeing a rise in small businesses, which is a good thing. Because like what Rodney said, you know, America is built on small businesses and everything. And to me, you know, if you want to be have a small business, you know, that's your dream. You know, just make sure you save enough so you can put forth to that. And like I said, it's free money somewhere you can start with and everything. All you gotta do is look, do your research, and grind to it. You know, because if you want to have a successful business, it's not easy for people. It's definitely not easy. You know, it's like, to me, it's more than your job and everything, because, you know, usually small businesses, you know, you got to work a little bit more than your job does and everything. But if you have the passion to do it, feel free to do it, and then hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years, you become successful.
Now that, but shout out to DJ Tron that's also in the building. Shout out to Shay that's over there watching us on Instagram. Greatly appreciate you guys for always tuning in every time we go live. Hello there. Not that, but next level say we have a small. You gotta have a business mind. Yeah, pretty much you do. You gotta have a business mindset. To me, you do, and even if it's a side hustle, correct. You gotta have a side hustle and still not have a business mindset. To me, you gotta create a business mindset. That was it. The number one thing to be successful in small businesses is how can I serve people? That's it. That's how you become successful. I listen to a lot of these gurus, even the financial advisors. They say the same thing. How can you serve people? That's the number one thing, and you'll be successful. Grocery stores. They symbol on that. That's their number one motto. Serving the customer, service the customer, service the customer. So when you understand that method, bro, you'll be successful in anything, even in chaos. Same thing. How can we serve you guys? We serve you guys by laughing, tuning, making sure you guys are relaxed and having fun. We serving you guys at the end of the day. Every content creator, their whole job is to serve you guys. That's why they say the chat room is undefeated, because we serving you guys. Pretty much that's what it is. But anyhow, hip hop. Woo, I love hip hop. Jordan, what's going on in the hip hop world?
Let's go all the way to New Orleans. So this weekend, Lil Wayne has received the keys to the city for New Orleans, and he will be the first star on a New Orleans Walk of Fame. And he made a speech, and then also he made a speech about how he still hurt about not performing at the Super Bowl. So then, Hakeem, go ahead and play there's 2 clips, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Who you are? Miss Mercedes on back. Miss Griselda, we love you. This is your city saying to you, you matter for generations to come, for what you have done, what you are doing, and what you can do. Will continue to do on behalf of our city. Let's give it up. And now, let me present to you who has additional words, our very own entertainment ambassador of the city of New Orleans, son of the city, Master P. Give it up.
Yo, I just want to say what up to the greatest rapper alive, Lil Wayne.
Appreciation for who you are.
Y'all know Young Money, you made history, my brother. What we about to do for you next, February 6th, I know y'all seen the Hollywood Walk of Fame. February 6th on Canal Street, we starting the NOLA Walk of Fame, and you the first one. We're gonna celebrate the greatest from New Orleans when it comes to music. And you know I know about music. I'm gonna tell y'all, this Florida Leaf is gonna be on street corners everywhere, on Canal Street, all the way down. Here's something that we've done. We also, February 6th and 7th, we're going to bring a whole skate arena out there for you, my brother. We about to shut the city down. February 6th and 7th is going to be Lil Wayne Day. This Florida Leaf. I love you, my brother. For real, for real. So this love here, y'all, is us against the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait a minute, we got one more Wayne. Hold on, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Official fleur-de-lis.
Yeah.
City of New Orleans.
Thank you.
For our son. Let's
you.
give it up one more time.
I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise.
February 6th and 7th.
You know, when the during my lifetime, the first Super Bowl was here. I made sure I bought tickets at the beginning of the season. And you know, I did the same when I moved to Miami. And I was wishing my team make it. And guess who made it that year? The mother Saints. I was able to give my mama that sweet. She was able to bring my family and other people from New Orleans, and they had a ball. That moment I said to myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my ass off to get that position, and it was ripped away from me. But this moment right here, they can't take that, man. They can't take that from me. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for yourself for being amazing. Music.
So there you have it, you know, well deserved to, you know, Lil Wayne, as you know, he's being star, you know, to get the keys to the city, also having the star Walk of Fame New Orleans and everything. It's well deserved with his career and everything. So go ahead, Ronnie, you know, what's your take, you know, with Lil Wayne, you know, being celebrated in New Orleans, or do you have any other feedback when it comes to the, you know, not performing at the Super Bowl as well?
I think one thing, some people trying to wonder why did Lil Wayne get the keys to New Orleans. Here's one thing I find out on Google. Y'all can Google it yourself. They say Lil Wayne empower young individual by actively involving in college students and also local organizations. So he all involved in that. Not only that, but during the Katrina, the Katrina era, what happened in New Orleans in 2005. Lil Wayne actually donated like $500,000 for the parks, homes, and stuff like that. So I think that's what plays a part of him finally getting the keys to pretty much New Orleans. And like you say, he's New Orleans owned. Been around for a very long time. People getting no respect. So Lil Wayne, kudos to him. He well deserved. To me, I don't mind like rappers getting keys to the city, as long as it makes sense. And to me, it makes sense for Lil Wayne because he actually put back into his community, and that's what it's all about. Now, I think another thing too is, of course, it's always going to be controversy because the simple fact is he's not the headliner for the upcoming Super Bowl that's about to come pretty much next year. I think they're doing this for him so he can be able to chill out for a little bit and not be too upset. And I keep telling you guys, I think he's still going to come out. If I know Kendrick, he's going to bring him out. So that's why I say he's going to come. To me, I think he's going to come out. So I think that's going to probably be one of the big surprises of the whole Super Bowl experience. So be on the lookout for that. But well deserved. I don't have no pushback for Lil Wayne. I think he deserves it. He been working hard for a very long time, for over a decade. So kudos to him. Go ahead, Akeem.
Oh man, this is one of my favorite artists. I grew up listening to his music. The Carter One is my favorite. I think this is well deserved. And Ronnie, you just took the words out of my mouth. A lot of it's philanthropy work that he has been doing, donating money and giving back to New Orleans, and try to set an example as being a know your representative. So he deserve it, man. And let's shout outs to Louise Baby. Go DJ, because that's my DJ.
Hey man, looked like the block was hot, but block was hot up in New Orleans, man. But yeah, seeing Lil Wayne coming up from Cash Money, almost 2 decades ago, he came out. He was 17, Hakeem?
Yep.
18, and working on his craft and everything to be one of the top, you could argue be the top 3, top 5 rappers whoever rap in the game. He's a very unique rapper. He's one of the rappers who really don't write his lyrics. He come off straight from the dome and everything. So, Lil Wayne, he's a living legend, man. And to get that support when it comes out from New Orleans, man, it's to show big love. As you see, a lot of Master P was there. And other rappers that was there to support and bless him, man, and he's deserving, man. He's well deserved. I agree with you, Ronnie. I think that he will come out at the Super Bowl. I think Kendrick will find some type of way to get in rap, maybe a song or two when it comes to that. But yeah, man, there's nothing but love for Lil Wayne, and and he deserved it. And then next time, he definitely. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen, but he definitely needs to star here in Hollywood and the star of Walk of Fame when it comes to Hollywood in Los Angeles.
Yep, that was it. Like you said, Joe, the block is hot. The block is hot. So, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Right now, we're about to get ready to deep dive to different variety of topics. There was a lot of things going on pretty much over the weekend, and y'all don't want to miss that. Shout out to those that watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Shout out to those that also watching us on Rumble and also X. Guys, make sure you follow. It's so greatly important. So go ahead, Jordan. Do your thing.
All right, let's start off with the first topic. We have some sad news coming out this morning. The music producers, songwriter, well, he probably one of the biggest producers in history, the composer, the great Quincy Jones has passed away this morning, man. And that hurted me, man. He worked with a whole lot of legends, a whole bunch of legends, but he had died here in California between fans and family. I do not know what he passed from. I don't know if he had health issue at the time, so it'll come out later on. But yes, it's true that Quincy Jones has passed away. So go ahead, King, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Music titan Quincy Jones has died peacefully in his Los Angeles home, surrounded by his family, his publicist tells NBC News. The musical tenure of the multi-Grammy-winning producer spanned over 7 decades, beginning in the post-swing era. He worked with Michael Jackson, producing his Thriller album. He also collaborated with hundreds of artists, including Frank Sinatra and Ray Charles. Quincy Jones was 91 years old.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories.
Yeah, the legends.
Yeah, man. Like I said, Quincy Jones worked with a lot of people. He worked from Ray Charles to Frank Sinatra, for Aretha Franklin, Michael Jackson, Prince, Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J, from all the way from the pop world to the hip hop world to the R&B world. He worked with a whole bunch of people in this 70-year career. Always going back to the late 1940s. 1950s. So he worked with a lot of major players. So go ahead, Hakeem. What's your remembrance and what's your take on the living legend of Quincy Jones?
Shout outs to Gore, shout outs to Joe No Hurdum, DJ Triumph. Living legend. He gave us the Thriller album, one of the most sold albums ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of y'all might love these artists, but if it wasn't for him curating and putting things together, some of the classics we hit, and he's the one who went and got Rod Templeton.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Songwriting extraordinaire from England to write some of Michael Jackson hit. Michael could not be Michael without Quincy. Get that straight. If there was no Quincy, there's no Michael to cultivate him.
Correct.
So I want y'all to understand that. Go ahead.
Not only that, but I love the fact when they mentioned the fact he used to work with Ray Charles, one of my greatest musical artists of all time. So them working together, and it's a funny story how they met too. They met when it was a time when it was like everything was segregated, and they met. I think they met at a festival, and then Quincy Jones said, "Ray, I want to learn from you, cause you one of the guys that's very controversial and you very different." And then Ray said, "Come on, and I'm gonna teach you something." And ever since then, Quincy Jones never stopped. Not only that, but Quincy Jones also impacted on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was also involved in that. So he did a lot of things when it came to aspect of Hollywood, music, song. The man is pretty much a living legend. But it's sad to say that no one can live on this earth forever, but he's gone. But he left a lot of legacy. I mean, from Beyonce, from the Jay-Z, everybody know Quincy. Quincy just go any place, they know it's Quincy. Even Stevie Wonder. Everybody know Quincy. That why I say people. Ryan Leslie used to go to Quincy for advice. PD's locked up, but he'll go to Quincy for advice, like everybody, because he worked with all the greatest and people like that. Man, I'm sad we didn't interview him. I would have loved to interview someone like him, because he's a living breed. Remember, he lived a time where there was actually segregation. people like him, is once in a lifetime. But shout out to him. Not only that, he lived to be 91 years old and he died peacefully at his home. And you know how all his family and friends was surrounding him. So shout out to him. Live on, big brother. Live on. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, shout out to PhD for a comment. You're right. He did literally everything. He touched all genres of music, and he needs to be reckoned for that. He's definitely in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I believe he has like 20. Yeah, he has 28 Grammys. He had like 80 Grammy nominations, and he won 28. And he was just and also also underrated as him as being a composer as well. So. Quincy was just, when it comes to music, he was music was him. He touched, any type of music, how he listened to music, how, he produced it, how he composed it. And also, him being a TV producer and film producer, just being in the game for over 70 years, man, just, touch everybody in music, and it's wonderful to see. But yeah, man. He will be missed. He is one of our all-time greats, when it comes to his music industry, and he will never be forgotten because like I said, Quincy Jones is one of the is legit artists when it comes to art of music. So rest in peace, to him, and also send prayers to his family. Our condolences to his family.
And not only that, but he's a prime example that you need to touch everything. I don't know why some people are so afraid to be like, oh, I'm only going to stick to one area. He said, no, he took a chance on jazz, mastered it. Took a chance on hip hop, mastered it. Took a chance on pop, mastered it. You never know how far your gift would take you. And him sitting down with so many great people, that will make him so great. And to be honest, he was music. He was music. He was living, breathing music. That was him. Quincy Jones was him. So that would say sadly that he's gone. But I think a lot of people could go back and learn from him. If you really into music, I think you need to go back and listen to like Quincy. Go do some research on Quincy Jones, because some people don't even know who that is. This younger generation don't know people like that. But go ahead.
I say a lot of his sampling. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people be sampling his stuff.
Of course.
Rappers, everybody from years. I just want to let that know.
Yes. So yeah, I would say people need to do, if you do music, any form of music, do research on Quincy Jones. I'm telling you, you will learn a lot. But shout out for PhD on that commentary. She's right. Spot on. Go ahead, Jordan. Continue.
All right, on to the next topic. So we're going to talk about Slim Thug. So Slim Thug is defending Megan Thee Stallion because after her documentaries that she said she lied to Gayle King about not sleeping with Tory Lanez, a lot of people, was after she said that, the social media was going crazy and everything, and people kind of figured that she was lying to Gayle King when Gayle King answered that question, and Slim Thug, he didn't like that, that everybody was against Megan Thee Stallion, and he had to clap back to people who got on us. Megan Thee Stallion. So go ahead, I came play a clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Watched the Megan Thee Stallion documentary last night, and you niggas ought to be ashamed of yourself for hating on the Stallion. I wanted to give her a big ass hug after I watched that, man. She been through a lot. Lost her daddy, lost her mama, best friend. Went with the nigga who shot at her in the court. Oh man, boy, a nigga she slept with shot at her. What nigga I don't give a damn. I eat Tory Lanez fans. Nigga, it'll never make sense to pull a gun on a bitch. Period. I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. If you pull a gun out on a girl, you are lame, man. That's just life. So we ain't going with nothing else. If you believe he should be free over that weak ass shit, you's a lame to me. Let me be clear with you. I'm riding with the hottie. I got her back. Big Slim ready to give her a big hug and support her for the rest of whenever. But yeah, we watched the Megan Thee Stallion documentary last. All you lames out there, you men hating on a woman, you niggas is weird and deserve to be slapped. Real life. You niggas is hella weird. But you niggas act like women, so I ain't surprised y'all talking about a woman. Weird ass niggas. Yeah. Gossip queens. There's a lot of gossip queens out here always. And women business, everybody business. All you lames out there, you same thing with the stallion shit. She lied about not sleeping with him. Who the fuck wanna tell who they slept with? Nobody wanna say that. I wouldn't have said who the fuck I slept with on a national TV anyway. You trying to she lied about that, Tory ain't do that. Shut the fuck up, man. Who the fuck wanna say who they slept with on the fucking ABC News? Shut the fuck up.
He got a point.
Y'all so slow, man.
He got a point there.
Fuck is you gonna ask somebody who they slept with on ABC? Shut the fuck up, man. What are we doing? Megan lied again. What the fuck? You ain't gotta tell people who you slept with, weirdo. The fuck would I tell you? Would you go on the news and tell somebody who you fucking? That's the dumbest shit for her to ever even ask her that anyway. Same thing with the stallion.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind. Yes, bitch.
Did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
Did you have an intimate relationship with?
Oh man, shout out to Iman. Hold on, shout out to Iman, New York. Another New York granddaughter, man, that came in and watching our podcast right now on Instagram, man. Shout out to that, man. Hakeem, Monica G, your granddaughter, watching us on the podcast. Another one.
Tell us. Oh,
There's
tell us.
not the other one. There's another one.
There's another.
Iman, you are Prince, your sister, man. Shout out to her, man. She watching us on the podcast, man. Shout out. That's big. I like that. Shout out to you, Iman. We appreciate you. But go ahead, Jordan. What you were saying?
Yeah, so there you go, Slim Thug. You know, but the thing, I mean, Slim Thug was getting at people, but you know, when it comes to this stuff, you know, we were following, you know, Megan Thee Stallion and the Tory Lanez, you know, for over a year now with the situation, and you know, when it comes to stuff like that, her lying, of course, it was going to go viral. Everybody's going to talk about it. But go ahead, Ronnie. You know, did you like Slim Thug's point about, you know, how she couldn't miss all this heat because he lied to Gayle King about sleeping with Tory Lanez?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never saw the documentary yet. I don't know if you guys saw it. Did you guys see the documentary? I haven't sat down and watched it. Hakeem, you saw it already?
Nah, I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a Megan fan, but those that are Megan fans, let us know in the comment if you actually watching the situation. But Jordan, anyhow, let's get right down gritty. Look, he make a valid point because think about it. You're on national TV, who is not nobody person's business who you pretty much slept with and who you dealt with. So I'm not gonna lie, he kind of made me think a little bit more about the whole concept of the Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Now, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Tory Lanez was not the one that shot her. That's a fact. Even the residue said there was no residue on Tory Lanez, so that can show you right there that he's not the one that shot her. But who knows who really shot her? Nobody really knows who really shot her. But at the end of the day, Slim Thug just don't make a good point on that one. But everything else, he was just talking crazy. But I agree with him on that sentiment. It's nobody's personal business know who you actually slept with. Go right ahead, King.
My question is this: when he gets exonerated and it finds out he did not do nothing, I want to know what y'all gonna say. I don't want to judge and vindicate a man unless there's a verifiable proof. The case had holes from the beginning. If it's true, then hey, keep him in jail. But this, from the get-go, it was a problem, and there was just some holes on it. There's a lot of people involved in this case who hasn't spoke. Kelsey, she gave a lackluster performance on the stand. The bodyguard didn't speak, and there were some other persons there who I'm scared to say their name because they're much more powerful. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering what's going to happen if he gets vindicated. What's going to happen if he wins an appeal and they bring more evidence to say, oh, he never did it? What people are going to say, or they're going to just keep going. And this is why it's hard. He's yo, man, Sugar, I love you, baby. Like, listen, she reminds me of that I'm getting older. She
the troll of all trolls.
Oh my God, she said, you are so slow. You are so slow.
No, she said, y'all, we are. We
oh,
slow.
She said, all of us. I thought she was in, so I don't feel that bad. So she put us in the group.
Yeah, she said, y'all. She said, y'all. She said, y'all slow. She's like, y'all so slow. Y'all so slow. Tory Lanez in jail for possession of a firearm. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Hakeem. I know I can't finish the commentary. I don't know if you dug it. He got thrown off.
But so Sugar Bum is right. He's in jail for possession of a firearm, not for the pew 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 pew. So Sugar Bum just corrected me, and I'm just saying, like, I just want that part of that to see if that's if even that's even true. You know what I mean? But we gotta wait 5 more years for him to get out.
Or he has an appeal next. He had an appeal for next year too. So
I got a feeling Trump gonna pardon him.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I got a feeling the Canadians are gonna send that bag over, and they say, Trump, do your thing. Do your thing. Trump might be like, it's $1.5 million. It's $1.5 million.
PhD was saying, he said, tell her the grounds for a successful appeal before you start exonerating folks.
You see, I'm never going to question PhD, but that's my baby. So, you know, I'm going to be a hypocrite today. But I'm just saying, PhD, but what are you going to say, PhD, but when you find out he didn't do it?
No, shout out to Raven that's also in the building. He said he's in jail for shooting Megan. It was no residue on his body.
He wasn't
Raven.
charged for that. He wasn't charged for shooting Megan.
Hold on.
Shooting Megan. So technically, he wasn't charged for him shooting Megan. He was charged with him of possession of the gun. He had 3 counts when it comes to possession of the guns and everything. He wasn't charged for her shooting Megs. That's not what the the charges charged him for. But,
my question is, was there residue on his body? No. When you shoot a firearm, the residue is spat on your body. There was none.
Exactly.
It's people that shoot. Hakeem shoot. Hakeem, you shot a gun before. Jordan, you shot a gun before. I shot a gun before. Even in the gun range, when you shoot, there's gonna be some form of residue on your body. There was none. So that means he's not the shooter.
You want to show yourself?
I don't know. I could be wrong though. Raven said you guys Google. I ain't Googling that. I care less about that case.
Hey, Raven.
We got the video.
Raven, I want to thank you for coming back, but my question is, Raven, are you biased?
He's biased.
Raven, are you biased, Raven?
He's a Megan Thee Stallion fan. That's what it is.
No,
you can't do that if you're a Megan Thee Stallion fan. You gotta speak the facts.
Raven, we're gonna have to convert you to a Tory Lanez fan.
Look, I'd be worried to even say it wasn't his gun. It wasn't his gun.
Basically.
They say, please Google the charge. I'm not Googling. I'm tired of Tory Lanez because Tory Lanez is going to get free. He's going to be free by next year.
Yeah.
They're freeing everybody. Look at Hakeem. If you look
at the charges, the charges was assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded unregistered firearm in the vehicle, and then also discharging that firearm with gross negligence. And I don't see anything on him shooting Megan. There's only 3 charges that the LA district attorney charged Tory Lanez for. 3 charges. But anyways, going back to Megan Thee Stallion. I think she shouldn't say nothing whatsoever. You know, when it comes to that, I would have kept that private and everything. I don't know why she had to, really give people that, she lied towards Megan Thee Stallion, we should have, kind of, when she said it, when she said no to Megan Thee Stallion, a lot of people kind of suspected that she lied, but to me, she had to openly admit on her documentary that, she lost and everything. She should have kept that private, but with Megan, we really don't know anything, so it is what it is with that. But for going back to Slim Thug and everything, Slim Thug's when it comes to celebrities, you're a man or a woman, people gonna talk, especially about the Tory Lane, and the Megan Thee Stallion situation and everything. So with that, if and also remember, guys, Slim Thug is a Megan Thee Stallion rider, because before he had a different thought about that. He was on tour. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, he was on Tory Lane's side at first. Y'all remember that. And then when he found out that, Tory Lanez got guilty, then he got on Megan Thee Stallion's side. And that's why he's brought a little on Megan a little bit more, because he was on the opposite side and he didn't believe Megan. A lot of people don't know that. So that's why, he's defending Megan, because when Tory Lanez was guilty, that's why he started defending her, and that's why he defended her till this day. So, but Hakeem, going to your point, if he does get exonerated, which I don't think is going to happen, but you never know, we're going to see. There's, like I said, there's more to the story. Megan Thee Stallion should have kept her mouth shut about, her getting shot, but with her speaking that, I feel like there's going to be more stuff coming out next year.
Hold on. Raven, I don't want you to go. I need you to stay right there for me. I need you to stay. We're not spreading misinformation. Let's have a proper discourse, Raven. I just want to know, are you biased? I already know Shiesty Bum biased, but we don't want you to leave. We need you here so we can understand each other. Go ahead.
He said, let's have an honest conversation. Okay, no. See, David, they spread misinformation. What misinformation have we spread?
Yeah.
I said the gun residue was not on his body. That's a fact. That's not even a misinformation. I don't understand. Now y'all got me confused.
No gun residue. No gun residue.
That literally, all lives matter. It's time. I ain't got time for the chat, man. I'm about to type on why high out.
No gun residue.
They said all lives matter. Dog got eat too. I think somebody was at the door. Hakeem was saying, giving misinformation. Not me. You see what I'm saying?
What misinformation I said? What did I say?
Look at narrator dialogues who is in the building.
Of course, I ain't got time for dialogue. I'm not even looking at his comment. I'm gonna ignore him today.
Shout out to Kawafi, man.
He's I'm gonna be honest, bro. You be giving out too much misinformation.
Kawafi, okay.
I'm giving too much information. You can just Google it yourself.
No gun residue.
Hey man,
no gun residue.
I think Raven and Sashi Bun, they gonna get at us. They gonna be getting on us.
No.
Tag teaming.
Dollar, I'm not even talking this time. This is why I'm actually speaking facts. Literally, they said there was no gun residue on his body. I promise you. That was actually, because I remember they say that in court. That was one thing that was kept. That was one of the strongest arguments. They kept saying there was no gun residue, because remember when you shoot someone, residue goes on your body. Some form of residue go on your body. That's why they do when they do forensics. That's why they scan your whole body, just in case they get your hands, everything. I think Dollar, you already know this already. Maybe you're into the law. You know they do everything, all the research on your body. So our Raven is open panel all with.
No gun residue.
Yeah. Raven, if you want to come on Wednesdays, we're open to talk now.
No gun residue.
He said, Dollar said, I spent 5 minutes talking about that, then the dollars attack. I did. We didn't know he was in the building. My bad, no, because Mr. Darlog is in the share. Shout out to Darlog that's in the building, man. Guys, go make sure.
No, we say shout outs to Kawafi Nino.
No, I don't think he heard you when you said it. Cause I swear he said it. That's why I ain't said
I said
nothing.
it. I said Kawafi Nino, my half brother from San Francisco.
Yeah. Raven, no worry. We're gonna drop the link on Wednesday. You can freely come and speak your mind. He said, I'm using Google for y'all.
I'm ready for Raven because you've been Raven. You've been biased since you here, and I love you for that. Raven, I love you for that. We need more biasness in our life because you want to know why. Just like Kawapi, I can't wait for you to get up here. My half brother from San Francisco.
No, he said, remember, he said you want a closed panel. You don't want an open panel.
Yeah, you want a closed panel?
Yeah.
Who, Raven?
No,
Raven,
no dialogue.
No.
Dialogue. He said he want a closed panel.
For Dialogue can get whatever he wants. He want a closed panel. That's what we doing.
Like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Right now, we hit that 1 hour mark, so that means we're about to deep dive to the main topic of the show. Guys, you already know election day is tomorrow. Hope you guys did early voting because the line's gonna be crazy tomorrow. Thank God I did early voting, Jordan did early voting. And also, Hakeem did early voting. So, guys, hopefully you did early voting for those that still believe in the voting system. Go ahead, Jordan. Do your thing.
All right. So, tomorrow is the big day. It's the 2024 presidential election. So, like Ronnie said, we all did my early voting. And, and tomorrow the games begin. But speaking of that, when it comes to the voting, it's going to be 7 states that, that's really going to be in the demand or who's going to win this election, which is going to be Trump winning or Kamala. So these 7 states are Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and South Carolina. Yeah, and I said Wisconsin. Yeah, and so we do have a clip about we do have a clip go for the elections, especially how these 7 states are highly important when it comes to who's going to be the winner of tomorrow's election. So go ahead, King, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
What makes them swing states differs a little bit from place to place, but at the end of the day, the important thing is that they're all very competitive. 270 is the name of the game. So Georgia has 16 electoral votes, which makes it one of the larger states in the country. Look, Georgia has not been a swing state in sort of the modern 2000 and on election period. It wasn't until the 2020 election that Georgia really looked to be in play. It did still come a little bit as a surprise, given its electoral history, that it did go very slightly for Biden by about 0.2 of a percentage point. It was a lot about what was happening in the Atlanta metro area, which has about 60% of the votes in Georgia. If you're thinking about sort of the math on election night, Georgia, I think, is a particular must-win state for Trump as things have been shaping up here. So Arizona is another state that has become more competitive. First became a sort of a true swing state in the 2020 presidential election. When you're thinking about Arizona, so much of the vote, about 3 in 5 voters, are going to come from Maricopa County, which is where Phoenix is. So that makes Maricopa one of the largest counties in the country when it comes to the share of the vote it has, as of the state it's in. In 2016, Trump carried Arizona by about 3.5 percentage points, and he carried Maricopa County by about 3 in doing that. Fast forward to 2020, and Joe Biden carried Maricopa County by a couple percentage points. Biden ended up carrying the state by just a bit less than 1 percentage point. Nevada has been a swing state for a while now. So in that sense, it's been of interest for a longer time than, say, Arizona or Georgia have. Now, Nevada is not as big as those places. It has 6 electoral votes, so it's actually the smallest of sort of these core 7 swing states that we're spending a lot of time talking about in this election. Biden did about the same in terms of his margin of victory as Clinton did. They both won by a little bit more than 2 percentage points in Nevada. However, this is while Biden was winning nationally by about 4.5 percentage points in terms of national popular vote. And so in that sense, Nevada was a little bluer compared to the nation as a whole in 2016 than it was in 2020. So in that sense, I think there's plenty of reason to think that Nevada could be even more competitive this time around. So Michigan has 15 electoral votes. It's a state that for a long time was sort of considered part of the quote-unquote blue wall with Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, which were these northern states where Democrats, not always by a lot, but tended to win at the presidential level. Michigan went Democratic in every presidential election from 1992 through 2012. And then in 2016, Trump very narrowly flipped Michigan. If you look at sort of how Barack Obama was doing, for instance, in 2008 and 2012 in Michigan, and then you look at how Clinton was doing in 2016, you see Clinton's margins get much worse in sort of the rural parts of the state and in communities that are mid-sized or smaller. And Biden did a little better than Clinton in most of these places. And that's how he was able to sort of take the state back, because it was so close in 2016. The conditions for Trump to potentially take the state back are absolutely there. If Harris can't build on some of what Biden did in 2020 and in other areas, the suburbs and exurbs where Trump improved. So Wisconsin has 10 electoral votes. And on election night, when you're watching the returns come in Wisconsin, there are sort of two core counties that you want to be looking at. And that's Dane County and Milwaukee. If you're thinking about the Democratic coalition, this is a place where turnout questions, especially among Black voters who have historically been very Democratic leaning, is a thing that could create trouble for the Harris campaign if turnout is not as strong there, or if Donald Trump is maybe cutting into the margins at least a little bit. In terms of who it is most must win for, Harris more so than Trump. North Carolina has 16 electoral votes, which is an increase from where it was in 2020. North Carolina is an interesting state. It's been competitive for a while now, but it has been consistently a little bit to the right of the country as a whole. Barack Obama very narrowly carried it in 2008, so it went for the Democrats. In 2012, it went back a couple points in the other direction and went for Mitt Romney by about 2 percentage points. And then Trump carried it by about 3.5 in 2016. In 2020, it was very tight again, and it was Trump winning it by a little more than a point. The fact that it's been slightly to the right of the country as a whole in recent elections means it's really a must-win for Trump in particular. So Pennsylvania is arguably the most important state in the Electoral College. Pennsylvania has 19 electoral votes, so it is the largest of sort of this core group of 7 swing states. You know, it was a pretty regular Democratic-leaning state for a long time, but what happened in 2016 is that Donald Trump made big gains outside of the major metropolitan areas. Donald Trump won it by less than a point in 2016, but Joe Biden narrowly carried in 2020. But for both candidates, I think the reason Pennsylvania ends up being sort of considered the most important state is that more often than any other state, Pennsylvania is the one that is most critical for somebody getting to 270 electoral votes or not. So what we call the tipping point state. Of all the swing states, it appears to be the one that is most necessary for both candidates.
Sophia Grace, we appreciate you coming by, love. We appreciate you. Shout out to Sophia Grace who's in the building. Shout out to Sophia Grace. But there you have it, you guys. So, like I said, the elections is tomorrow, and those states that was on a video. Shout out to 538 for that was from 538. Subscribe to his channel. He has over 200,000 subscribers. So that's where we got the information from. But yeah, those 7 states will be a key of seeing who's going to win tomorrow elections. You can see that this past weekend you saw that Trump and Kamala, they hit up Michigan, they hit up Wisconsin, they hit up Pennsylvania. I think tonight Kamala's going to hit. Let me double check. Kamala's going to hit, I think, Arizona. I'm not 100% sure, but you will see today and tomorrow that they're going to hit these battle states we'll call flip states. So go ahead, Hakeem, man. Your final thoughts of who's going to win the election, and also the terms of those 7 swing states. What's your take on it?
Like, we've been seeing this for quite some time, and one thing he didn't Because there was other swing states that kind of did like over the years. I don't think he talked about that.
Florida's one too.
Huh?
Florida's
Florida 1 or 2. So I do think that the way it's looking, you know, I've been watching the polls, and I got a feeling Trump's going to win. I think a lot of people's not ready for a woman president. I think that she doesn't have a bipartisan policies that's going to benefit men and women. You know what I mean? She has things that benefit women, but nothing for men. I think there's a lot of powerful men in certain cities and states that are going to look at this from this. So, and when you start talking about old Southern people who own land and stuff like that, and some people who are in the control and their demographics, like definitely Georgia, I could see that. I feel the blacks in Georgia and Atlanta are going to swing for Trump. They've been saying that online. A lot of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really, Atlanta. That was it. Did Trump even had a rally in Atlanta recently? No. I'm not sure.
He really he's the states that he's really focused on is Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. And because remember how Ronnie Hakeem and in Georgia, Biden only won for 10,000 votes, and that's not a lot. So that could swing.
Yeah, it swing. And I think one of the reason why I think Trump lost last time was because Atlanta too. Atlanta was all blue all around. So like Atlanta, like remember, it's 60% of the vote. So I'm shocked that he didn't hit up that area, but I think he probably just confident that he got it. I'm being honest. I don't know how he came on this one. I'm still debating Trump or Kamala's gonna get it, because at the same time, what I keep hearing, a lot of people say they ain't voting for neither. So that's a big problem. A lot of people say they ain't voting for neither. Some people say Kamala, then they go back and say no, I'm going for Trump. Then some people say nah, Trump is too much of an ass, so I'm not gonna go with Trump at all. So I'm just not vote at all. I'm just gonna vote for my local politician, which is still good too at the same time. But I tell people make sure you do your final research before you actually go to the polls on who you think pretty much who you want as president. Hakeem make a good point. I don't think the United States right now is ready for a female president. I say at some point it will be, but I don't think right now ain't the time. I don't think they really want it. But the problem is a lot of people don't want Trump either because he's just bad. He's just bad all around. But one thing people do say is they do give Trump his props when it comes to aspect of the economy. They say Trump can actually help the economy better than Kamala, but at the same time they just say they don't like it because it's just the way, just how he pretty much honed it down. So Hakeem, I don't know. I think if you ask me, I think Trump might just win by just I don't think he's gonna win big. I think he'll probably just win by a percentage, like a small percentage. And I think the outcome of this whole election will probably be Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah, with that, Ronnie, I was gonna name Pennsylvania as a crucial state, but my two other crucial states is really Wisconsin and Michigan. I feel like Arizona and Nevada, which it has less electoral votes. Nevada too. I can say Nevada because I think because Nevada's more 50-50. Arizona, I can see that could turn red. Georgia, I think when back with Joe Biden, when we had Stacey Adams, and a lot of people was really getting people up. A lot of people try to get a lot of people registered to vote back in 2020. That's where you see that Biden won by 10,000 votes, but in Georgia, ever since then, now 2024, you see a lot of flipping around. Either they're gonna vote for Kamala or they're gonna vote for Trump, and they're not gonna vote for either. South Carolina, I saw Trump heavy in that state as well, but we're gonna see. I feel like it's not gonna be a landslide. I feel like it's gonna be another tight race. I don't think it's gonna be so much tight as it was the 2020 election with Joe Biden and Donald Trump, but hopefully, and also I could see that we'll find a winner by maybe Wednesday morning. Because remember last year we had to wait for almost a week and a half to find out who was the winner.
Yeah, because remember he kept saying because Trump his model was it was rigged. So they want to make sure everything was certain that he did lose. I knew Trump lost. I first, I was very biased that he didn't lose because it's just the way. Because like, let's be honest, who wanted Biden in office? Let's just be honest. But I think because it was the pandemic, people just wanted him out of there. So that's why I was like, okay, that's probably why he lost. But this one right here, nobody will even. That was the whole United States is pretty much divided. Because people, they don't want neither. So that's the crazy thing. They don't want neither. So I'll say Pennsylvania is the one that's gonna solidify the whole election. I promise you on that. It's gonna be Pennsylvania. The battle isn't in Pennsylvania. It's not gonna be Georgia's not gonna be. It's not gonna be in California. California's blue every day. We know that.
Yeah.
Texas is red. Florida is red. Except Miami. Miami's always go blue. Georgia might be the one that might have a little battle there between red and blue. But the other states, New York is blue. But I'm telling you, Pennsylvania is gonna break the tie.
I agree. I agree, Ronnie. I think, and also I think Pennsylvania is going to take the longest. To vote. I think they
need to.
They're gonna take their sweet time in Pennsylvania. Them and Georgia. I think those two they're gonna take their sweet time.
Correct. Because remember, and now that you see, like Trump and Kamala, they keep going to Pennsylvania. They keep going to Pennsylvania, and they keep going to Georgia because those are the states that really have huge count. But Florida is in a place. No, it's a fire. Florida is red all day. You're not gonna change Florida's mind. This is that ain't happening. The only way I don't even think even Obama did it turn. I think they did turn blue, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Twice.
Twice they turned blue, right?
Yeah, flip twice
for Texas ain't happening. Texas red all day.
Oh yeah,
literally Texas. Texas. Forget about it. You're not getting Texas. Forget about it. That just ain't happening. But Pennsylvania. But I just want to see it tomorrow. I can't wait till tomorrow. I early voted. So Dialogue say who you guys voting for. I can't say Trump. Hakeem got quiet. Hakeem ain't gonna answer that question. He said, "See you out tomorrow." He gonna answer it on Wednesday.
Hey, I already told you who I was voting for the other day, so I ain't gonna say. I already told you who I voted for. So.
Yeah, you say Ashton Williams, right? Of the Shiesty Avengers.
I want somebody. I'll just let you know.
No, but Hakeem's all right. You ain't vote for nobody. I promise you. A lot of people ain't voting for the president. This year, a lot of people ain't doing it.
But if you didn't vote for the president, that's fine. It's where the point you vote for what's in your state and what's in your city. Because if you vote for that, when it comes to proposition and everything, you'll see more the impact of that because it's right in your community. So not just the president election, but when it comes to state laws and all that type of things, those are one of the most important things to vote for, because you'll see more changes in your state and also in your city as well.
No, Dollar said, what policy are you voting for? Well, my policy right now in Florida, they have one policy of Amendment 3, which allow people to smoke marijuana and pretty much open areas. I think that's good because people are smoking anyway. You can't stop people from smoking. So I said, go ahead and just legalize it for Florida. But a lot of Floridians still have issue with Amendment 3 policy in Florida because they say it's still going to bring the environment, pretty much a lot of people's jobs down and stuff like that. Go ahead, Hakeem.
One of the key things in Amendment 3 is that they said they was going to allow people to smoke the Wacky Taffy in restaurants. That's where a lot of people have a big part about too.
What you say? Say it again, Hakeem. Say it one more time.
So if you read Amendment 3, they're talking about allowing people to smoke at restaurants and bars, be able to smoke weed at restaurants and bars.
But I know, but they've been doing that, Hakeem. Well, every time we go to the club, Hakeem, they smoking anyway.
They do, but now they're making it like they say we're gonna make it legal. So let's say we go to legals. Let's say we go to like Duffy's, and they on the dock blowing a pound of that good stuff.
I understand it's wrong, but they're doing it anyway. Hakeem, they got sometimes they even put it in vapors, so they smoking it anyway. So I'm like, just go. One thing, Hakeem, you made something. I think you said it on a podcast a while ago. Yeah. You say just legalize everything. You can't control people. They're gonna do it anyway.
No, you're right.
The more you try to control people, the more they're gonna go out and do it. So just go ahead and just do it.
It is true, but then you got ramifications about who's gonna be in the public? You feel me? Like that's what I'm kind of like, okay, damn, like they're gonna do this and it's kids gonna be around. Like, how you gonna wanna legalize that and allow people to smoke in a restaurant?
Yeah. Hey, Narrative Dollar Laws, I want to know what you voted for proposition, because there was one about, borrow $10 billion to respond to climate change. That I voted no, because when it comes to like, natural fires and everything, we never had anything bad like that. So I voted no on that. Another one I voted no was raising the state minimum wage to $18. The reason I said no is because let's say if I did yes, right, and they raise it, the thing is in California, they'll, like, say, the city or the state will raise the minimum wage, but like when it comes to companies, small companies, well, private companies and everything, what they'll do is, okay, since you want to raise the $18 an hour and everything, we're going to cut hours because we can't afford to pay our workers and everything, and also raise our prices too, since we can't afford the workers, which they will also hurt employees. So I thought about that. So
that's a good one.
So, and another one was another one that I did that before, was borrowing $10 billion to build schools and colleges. So what California they would do is, they will invest in school all around California, when it comes to schools between kindergarten to 12th grade, also community colleges and construction and modernizations. At first I was no about it, but once I read about it, when it comes to, public schools that's like maybe 30, 40, 50 years old and everything, you want your kids, to go to a nice and functional school that's very updated and everything. So I'm like, you know what? I was no at first, but you know what? I'm gonna vote for it, because kids deserve, to go into a nice and clean and proper buildings where they go to school and everything. And they don't have to smell something that's rotten, or go to to nasty bathrooms, or go to a really old school that that might be condemned and everything. So those were the couple of things I voted for when it comes to the proposition in California.
And Hakeem, what about yourself? Besides Amendment 3, you ain't got nothing else that you find to be interesting on the ballot? No.
No, everything was kind of like what, yeah.
Yeah, to me, everything on the ballot is always the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know different areas different. I don't know how it is over there in Tampa or Sophia, because we don't live in Tampa. So it was mostly Dade County, like stuff they were doing about days. I don't know how it is over there in Tampa, what they're trying to add to the ballot. I mean, what type of laws they're trying to do over there in Tampa. So now that, but shout out to Ashton Williams, the creator of the Shiesty Avengers, is also in the building as well. Make sure you guys go over there. He normally go live at 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central Time, with his co-host Mimi over there holding it down with their different variety of topics. Yeah, so let's see how it turns out, guys. So how can you say no on Amendment 3?
No on Amendment 3.
I like that. You strong, man. Shout out to a big bad bull that's also watching us on Instagram. Shout out to you.
Yeah, I'm straight on that.
I like that. You affirm, Hakeem. I like that. You say no on Amendment 3. So that's good. And I think they had also legalized gambling too as well.
Yeah.
California, y'all don't legalize gambling. Y'all don't gamble over there, no?
We do, but it's just a little strict. We don't have. It's just a little bit strict. We're not like Nevada, because Las Vegas. Where I'm at, it's like 4 or 5 hours away. So if you want to do heavy gambling, you go to another state. But here we do have some casinos, but it's not heavy like Vegas is.
Okay, that's pretty much it. So guys, when you get ready to go on the polls tomorrow, make sure you vote on your own personal beliefs. Don't go by what everybody else is telling you to go for. Go for what you feel your local community and your president should do for you. Remember, it's about you, not what we think on the panel or on the chat. What you think overall? What you think about your community? Oh yeah, Darlo. The only reason why I voted, I'm being honest, why I voted yes for we, because I told Hakeem, I'm staying strong with it. People are already doing it. They're doing it in the car. They're doing it in the bathroom. What are you gonna do? You gonna arrest everybody? That's not gonna happen. People are already doing it. They're doing it at the job on break. Hell, I seen people even smoking weed, like they go outside the hospital building, they smoking weed right there on the sidewalk. They're doing it.
You know they
So
call.
just go ahead and legalize it. Go ahead.
You know they call marijuana the gateway drug, so it opens you up to other different stuff. So, you know what I mean. That's why it's kind of like, why I never really supported it like that.
Prime example, we were just watching a clip with Slim Thug. You saw he was rolling up in his car. They doing it. At some point, we got like Hakeem, like you say, we gotta evolve.
We do.
The world's evolving. It is. It's just what it is. You gotta evolve. I think it's bad to be wrong. I'm just being honest. Dollar, I think it's really bad, but at the same time, people are doing it. You can't stop people from doing what they're doing. You just can't. Just can't.
But like I say, you see that weed is making a good come from, but you also see cigarettes it's going down. They said when it comes to cigarettes, this has been the lowest sales in cigarettes ever. So
yeah, because cigarettes give you cancer. What do weed really give you? Unless they're lacing it.
And that's why weed is kind of replacing cigarettes into the new market. That's why a lot of states are going down from it and everything. So yeah.
So go ahead. And remember, and not only that, I think in Florida you can pick one or the two. You got to either get a weed license or you get a concealed license. People would want their guns. So a lot of people say, forget the weed, I'm gonna get my guns. So
yeah,
it is what it is. Because Florida, they don't play. A lot of people say, I need my guns. And Hakeem can tell you, they heavy on the guns here. So they heavy on the guns.
Tell them.
So Florida and Texas, they really heavy on the guns. So don't go over there and act stupid. Don't go over and act stupid. Just don't do it. Go ahead, Jordan. Continue.
All right. Kind of sticking with it. It's kind of we're going to a different topic, but it kind of is going wrong with the election. So, as you know, the elections is tomorrow, and a lot of people are going to vote. And there's going to be a lot when it comes to people that America's kind of divided. There's going to be some crazy people out, from not just from the Donald Trump's supporters, but also the Kamala supporters too, and everything. And so, with that case, the Philly district attorney, he went viral talking about how when it comes to people want to act all crazy, when it comes to if somebody vote for somebody else and everything, he said f around and find out, because we ain't BSing. When it comes to Philadelphia, if people want to act up, he said f around and find out, and he went viral for that. So and to me, I like him, man. He was strong with it too. So go ahead, I can play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Deep, abiding fears or concerns. We don't have any reports. I want people to be reassured that when they get up tomorrow to go vote, if they have not voted already, that everybody in the city is working and has been working for months to make sure that there will be nothing tough about that experience and nothing to fear in that experience. But I also want to be clear, anybody who thinks it's time to play militia, F around and find out. Anybody who thinks it's time to insult, to deride, to mistreat, to threaten people, F around and find out. We do have the cuffs, we do have the jail cells, we do have the Philly juries, and we have the state prisons. So if you're going to try to turn an election into some form of coercion, if you're going to try to bully people, bully votes or voters, you're going to try to erase votes, you're going to try any of that nonsense, we're not playing. F around and find out. Any deep, abiding fears or concerns, we don't have any reports. I want people to be reassured that when they get up tomorrow to go vote, if they have not voted already, that everybody in the city is working and has been working for months to make sure that there will be nothing tough about that experience and nothing to fear in that experience.
He's right.
But I also want to be clear. Anybody.
He's right. He's right.
Hey, that man Stern, man. I like. I wish he had him here in LA. I like what he's talking about.
No, but he's right. He's right.
He is.
Because people are scared. I'm like, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. I hope they get the military involved. Because I'm telling you, right now in Pennsylvania, especially in Philadelphia, they need the cops involved. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of boy.
Go
I'm
ahead,
glad I don't live in that state. Go ahead.
Because it sound like that talking that you like. Go ahead, Hakeem. What's your take, brother?
Oh, I love it. He's my hero. I like the F around and found out. He said we got the jails, we got the police, and we got the judges in the court system. Come on, man. We need that in Chicago.
Wait, somebody would threaten a woman at the polls?
Oh, I seen that. Wasn't that in Tampa? He was waving a machete. They
lying?
They locked him up though. They locked him up
in Tampa.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was an idiot though.
Wow. Well, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt your commentary. That's shocking me.
You know what I mean? This is why I say we're not here for the fun and games. We're not trying to do none of that. I want people to go to prison. I can't wait for people to go to prison to play around.
Hey, I can't. We need a this trend like him in all these major cities, y'all, because he ain't messing around. We need that here in Los Angeles because I like the way he talking everything. Y'all
I do like the way he talk.
We got the police ready. We got them handcuffs ready. We're gonna put you in jail. We're gonna charge you up. So that goes for any party. Don't mess around now. So and hey, police they're gonna be trolling. But say, hey, you want to say something? Lock them up right away. Put them in jail immediately.
And now that you can't leave your work early to go and vote. The job can't hold you down. So even if you're like, yo, I'm gonna go and vote, the job cannot hold you down. It's actually against the law. So people could go and vote. So there is no excuse for people to go out there and vote. So people can take this time right now and be like, yo, I'm gonna leave work early. I'm gonna go vote. And don't go vote, Jordan. And I'm just gonna leave work. But you can't. You can go. You can leave your job early and go and vote. It's actually in there. But the job no is in their requirement. But that is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all just shot me right now. A guy literally had a machete threatening women. I'm like, why would he do that? That's crazy. And he was black or he was white? He was black.
He's a white
guy.
Yeah,
because he said machete. Huh?
Yeah, he's a white guy. He was flashing the machete.
It's not funny, but that's crazy. Be careful out there, folks. Be careful. I'm just being honest. Just be careful. Just be careful out there. Now, I told you heard me. I kept saying Hakeem and Jordan. I've been saying it last week. I kept saying early voting. Early voting. Get it out of the way so you don't have to deal with the craziness. Some people like the craziness, so hopefully they enjoy it. It's gonna be crazy. Suffice that he had a mega hat on.
Yep.
And what was he saying? He ain't saying that. Like, what was he was? Cause he was chanting. What was he chanting about?
I forgot. I think this was my country B, something like that.
It's not funny. Again, it's the way you said it. Jordan, don't play that clip. Don't find that clip. We don't want to find that clip. I don't want to go that way. Okay, don't.
We don't want to get flagged now. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that chaos at the dark.
For real.
I'm sorry. We're staying in the house tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, to just be safe. Because you said you have the Kamala Harris banner outside your house. So this is what the world has come into. Hakeem, you got to be scared to go and vote.
It's crazy, but that's what it seemed like, and I feel so bad to hear that, man.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. Like, I don't want people to be threatened and stuff like that. That's not. I didn't ask for all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo, it's something different.
Oh man, go ahead, Jordan. Continue. That's crazy.
Yeah, on to the next topics. Let's talk about this. So Cam Newton went viral again, and this is when he had his interview of Corey Holcomb. We did one segment about Corey Holcomb about sleeping with women, but this interview went viral again about how about Corey and Cam, they had a conversation about how about since he's like a high value man, his options are a little bit open. And since Cam Newton has a girlfriend that, Corey Howard said, I know you're not just sleeping with your girlfriend. I know you're sleeping with more than one and everything. And Cam Newton he didn't lie about it or push it into under the rug. He confessed and telling the truth that since he's been in a relationship with his girlfriend, he has slept with multiple women, not just his girlfriend. And that went viral because the girlfriend he's currently with, she's a influencer and everything, and people think that he's playing her because since she's like the girlfriend, he shouldn't be sleeping with multiple women. But the thing is, we don't know what's going on with the relationship. Maybe they're open about it. We don't know. But then with Cameron's girlfriend, she was the type of person about y'all shouldn't have dated a person like Cam Newton, the people that's narcissistic. But since he went to Cam Newton, people think that she's a fool because he's that. People think that Cam Newton is embarrassing her in a way, but the thing is, we don't know anything about relationship, and a lot of women is on Cam's ass about embarrassing Cam Newton's girlfriend. So go ahead, Akeem, play the clip so that people know what we're talking about. And that's bad. We'll chop it up.
You are not finna tell me you up here fucking one person. It's not finna happen.
No. See, you're trying to deflect back to me.
No, I would never do you like that. But I got respect for you.
No, here.
But you didn't answer that for a reason.
No. Understand this.
You didn't answer for a reason.
I'm going to answer mine, and then I want you to answer mine too.
I will answer it, brother, and I promise you I won't bullshit with you.
Okay. How long are you talking about?
What you mean?
Fucking one person.
What do you mean, how long I'm talking about?
As long as I've been with Jazz, Jazz has not been the only person that I've had sex with.
I don't know your situation.
But I'm getting personal.
Right. I don't know your situation.
Since you want to take it there. And this is the thing that has...
Do you feel like I'm being disrespectful?
No.
Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Now, you are not finna tell me you up here fucking one person. It's not finna happen.
No. See, you're trying to deflect back to me.
No, I would never do you like that.
But
I got.
Yeah, so there you go. So since Cam said that, about that he had slept with other women, a lot of women, but not just men and women was getting on Cam Newton about how you embarrass your woman like that. But his girlfriend came on her Instagram and saying like because people was direct messaging her saying, "Are you okay?" and all that type of stuff. But she posted, I think she posted like a video of how she's fine and everything, and she's living her life. They both share a baby together, and like I said, people don't know like what's really going on in a relationship like that, and that's why people was kind of posted about why is Cam Newton embarrassing her of what a lot of people is thinking. So go ahead, Akeem, man. What's your take about the Cam Newton situation? About do you think that he's embarrassing his current girl?
100%. 100%. It's disrespectful. You're not a high value man. It just shows that you're a nigger. High value men are not on podcasts or doing exposés making a girl, the mother of your child, look like a fool. This is on the internet. Did Bill Gates do that?
No.
Did Elon Musk do that? Or even Jeff Bezos, who was reportedly found out they was cheating in that, but he didn't make her look stupid. When it comes to our culture, it seems like there's no such thing as sexual discipline. Like it's uncommon for you just to be with one woman. I blame her, not him. You want to know why? We knew he was a clown from the get-go. We've talked to women on this podcast, and women say, "Hey, you sure you want to get a dude with money?" Historically, and we already know rappers, entertainers, sports people, they don't practice monogamy. Time and time again, they show us they don't care about the kids. They don't care about the nuclear family. How can I say I'm a stand-up dude, but I'm sleeping around? I'm preaching marriage, but I'm sleeping around. I say I want to have 20 kids, and all my kids live in different houses. That's not a flex, nigga. because you worth 40 million, you got a dirty D. A flex is when you're able to raise all your kids in one house and you got one woman. There's an interview I need y'all to go see. It's by Anuel.
Mm-hmm.
He is the Puerto Rican trap artist. He was talking to Big Boy, and I'm gonna land it with this. His father came and visited him while he was in jail, trying to give him morale, say, hey, don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. Remember, his father and mother still together. And his father said, you're successful, man. His father, he looks at his father and told him, I'm not successful. My kids are not raised in the house, but you're more successful than me because you raised all of us and you still with my mom. This is somebody who has millions of dollars, top Latin trap artist, saying that he doesn't feel successful because he is not raising his son in his house with the mother he had it with. And when you get to a certain age, you have to have decorum. You have to have some type of prestige about you. And prestige is having discipline, being somebody that you could represent. I'm not looking at him as somebody I could look at as my peer. You sleep around. I can't even bring you to the church. So this is what I'm saying. People, when you look at this, that's not a representation. Please, we do not need to give people like that a platform and who are real Christians, real Muslims, who believe in a nuclear family, who believe not sleeping around. He needs to just shut up. I'm tired of watching him. And then for him to say, oh, let's get it twisted. When I've been with Jazz, I've been sleeping around. Okay, fam, go get tested then. Because you already know the statistic number don't play. After you sleep with 10 women, one of y'all got to hurt. That's all I got to say, man. I'm tired of hearing that nigga talk about him sleeping with women and him exercising his right. They call him a high-value man. You play football. You run the ball.
High value because of the aspect of money. Because he got the money. It was 40 million.
Yeah, there's plenty of money.
Yeah, that's a high earner. That don't make you high value.
That don't make you high value. Listen, high value is the car wash man who go home to his wife every night. High value is a man who ain't never been caught doing things bad to kids, and he has a stand-up reputation in the hood.
Yeah, high earner. I think that's what people get misconstrued between high value and high earner. Remember Cam? Now he got a lot of the spotlight. You know what? Sometimes people feed off of that. He never had that before. Remember, he had a spotlight when he was playing football.
Yeah,
but it's not into this level. Remember, podcasters. I keep telling people, podcasters are the new celebrity.
Listen,
people, go ahead, Hakeem.
You're right. Why nobody praises Denzel Washington for still being with the same woman for 40 years?
Yep.
They see Denzel as boring. They see Denzel as boring. That's why.
What about Samuel L. Jackson? Same thing.
Boring. People you naming, they don't see him as they of course they good when it comes to movies, but outside, no.
Why nobody praises Denzel Washington for not doing kissing roles, for respecting his wife?
Okay, do you ever? Let's use this analogy, especially growing up. Do you give praise to the guy that's going to school, actually learn, or you give praise to the guy that go home, got a BMW, got the finest girl and on the block? Which one you praise the most?
When I was in the world, I praised the guy with the BMW.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's the same thing. It's the same aspect of Cam Newton. The reason why he getting so much attention and so much praise is because that's the guy that a lot of guys always wanted to be like. The guy that's making the money, able to sleep with a lot of women, got a lot of kids, and don't give a F about the world. You ain't gonna tell me nothing.
But let's also put this into a bet. No matter how much money you got, if you're not spending time, it don't mean nothing. Take Future's son for an example. He did an interview, the oldest one, and said his dad wasn't there for them. If I and maybe allegedly, if I'm saying like he had some choice words to say about his father. You see what I'm trying to say? Future's a multi-millionaire. Wouldn't we be happy? Take Shaggy. You know Shaggy has a son, right? You know that?
Yeah.
Rob Banks, who's the rapper. He's a rapper from Miami. He's not with his mom. I think he grew up here in Miami. Shaggy was so when we talking about, but this is what we try to tell women. I know you want somebody with 6 figures. I know you want somebody with 6 feet and a long ding dong. What about the character of a man who come home every night? Nobody talks about how Jordan has night in, day night. When he he has his daughter with him all the time. Most men don't even see their kids. They don't even see their kids. He just stopped the generational curse. That man pick his daughter up every day. I've seen him put his daughter up and she look at him. You could tell there's a recognition. So I want us to say this. Let's stop going. He said, well, I got that kind of disagree with that one. Go ahead, narrative dialogue.
Nobody, Dollars, I always agree with everything that's bad than actually everything that's. But I'm not agreeing with what's bad. I'm just speaking the facts. Most guys, if you ask most guys today, they would say they will be like Cam Newton.
Yeah,
no guy want to be like the guy like what Hakeem's talking about. No. What guys don't say they want to sleep with beautiful women all day?
Respectable guys. Listen, squares are winning though.
Yeah, they win in the long haul.
Yeah.
But for the moment, a lot of guys will replace their life with Cam Newton's life on a heartbeat.
Is not the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
To them, Cam Newton's winning. To us, it may not seem like it, but to them, he's winning. $40 million in the bank, multiple baby mamas, a lot of kids, and a lot of money.
Nah. I'd rather be
and
broke.
fame.
I'd rather be broke and have me and my girl in a 2-bedroom apartment and we just playing Uno on the floor.
But that's if the girl, that's if your girl want that. Because some girls say, I ain't gonna want you to do this for long term. I'm out of here.
Then I'll find me a poor village girl.
I'm just keeping 100. I'm just keeping 100. Even when you see guys, I'm being honest, Hakeem, there's guys that speak like you. Soon they become successful, they become ragdoll. Fresh and Fit, prime example. They were talking the same game. They were talking about monogamy. I want one woman, guys, and look what happened with them. No offense, KS. No offense to him. Same thing.
Yeah.
Man should be with one woman, and you find out he was with multiple women.
It's a harsh reality, but I think that we just need to grow up. I think that we're at an age where we need to have some dignity for ourselves. And let's get back to the 60s and the 70s, when nuclear black families was like a thing. Like when he said Dr. Hustable, I want to be able to go and say, oh, that's the Johnson family. And when I say Johnson, and it's not Miss Johnson and Jackson and Smith, they all in the house. Let's say, oh, that's the Johnson family. Where the daddy at? Oh, he overseas. He'll be back.
Yeah, Dollar, I understand those are internet, people consider them to be internet clowns. However, a lot of men look up to those men, whether we like it or not. I keep telling you, podcasters are the new celebrity. Whatever you put, Kai Cenat is another one.
Yeah.
He had his baby mama come on the show, and I'm like, what do you literally come on his show with his baby? And he looking confused. I'm like, why are you looking confused for?
Right.
And Maya Hakeem, he had over 100K people watching?
Yeah.
And she embarrassed him.
Hey. But you see what I'm saying? We put so much emphasis on money instead of the character of a person.
True.
That's all we care about. You know what I mean? We don't never check the character of a person. This is why when people, you know what I mean? This is why when I see people start showing off a bunch of cars or how much houses they got, that's nothing. That's not important to me. She said only mix and whining as feminine light skin.
I'm telling you, Donald be going in. That's why I love him, man. Like I like it. He not biased. He goes in. You know what I'm saying? So
He's
you know,
not.
I love his pushbacks. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like it's the truth. I would say if you had any guy on the street, hey, E Black, congratulations, man. I heard you won a boxing match. I heard you knocked
Hey,
that
shout
dude
out to
out.
E Black.
Shout out to No Change that's also in the building, man. I heard you won the boxing match, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. Everybody talking about you. You and Mr. Fantastic. Y'all over there holding it down. I was trying to see y'all video. I seen Mr. Fantastic video. I was trying to see yours. They say you knocked the dude out.
But they had a paywall on that, man.
Huh? No, some people had the clips.
Like
E Black said he was gonna win too. He was very confident. He kept saying that to everybody. He said, I'm gonna win.
Listen,
He won.
I know E Black was gonna beat something up. He got an
I did. He was holding a lot. He was holding a lot of aggression.
Who he fought again?
E Black. Who do you fight again? I forgot. It was another guy. They say he knocked him out.
Yo, you know who I wanted to know? How was the fight with Arnold and Cammy's dad?
I heard Arnold didn't fight.
No?
E Black. I don't know. Did Arnold fight? I heard he didn't fight. Yeah, but I heard he Black was home. I heard he knocked that dude out. I think it was like third round or something. The people was talking about it. They're like E Black did his thing, so now everybody gonna leave E Black alone. Nobody ain't gonna fight E Black.
Hey, those are them Bay Area boys. Them Bay Area boys, Kawafi, Kawafi, E Black. They from the Bay Area. You know what I mean? It's that Black Power punch.
Yeah, I was saying, but if him come to Miami, I might go on the show in Miami just to see like who will get in the ring. But that was a good one, man. Congratulations, E Black again, man. You conquered. He conquered. He's the Lion King, literally. He knocked that dude out. you see now E Black can really talk crap online now. Cause he knocked that dude out, so now he can really talk crap now.
E Black did his thing. Hey, listen. I thought E Black was just like, hate. Them hate punches is real. hate.
He did.
Hate. A dude, kid.
Now I want to watch the video. I want to know that he do the uppercut.
Oh my god.
I want to watch the video, man. But him supposed to be doing a reaction to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. But shout out to E Black, shout out to Mr. Fantastic. They had a boxing match over there on the Hemp channel. He did his thing, man. Shout out to them, man. That was really good, man. Oh man, that was good, man. But Jordan, I don't know you got any final thoughts on the situation with Cam before we head up on out of here.
My situation is just pretty simple. I don't like when when people make celebrities make relationships public like this, and what Cam Newton did. Like, even though people know Cam Newton and people know Cam's girlfriend watched Jazzy. Jazzy's a big social media influencer, and also she's an actress as well. But as a Cam, I don't like how he put his business like that, because once he put his business like that, a lot of people is going to attack him and also attack his girlfriend, which his girlfriend doesn't need to be attacked, from all these people, because we don't know their relationship like anything like that. So, but yeah, I don't like what Cam, put his business like that, because I feel like Cam's girlfriend is getting more of the heat than he is, and a lot of people is attacking his girlfriend than him and everything. But here in 2024 with this YouTube stuff and social media stuff, people will go into the relationship, just go into a relationship and talk about things to make it go viral and everything. And we've seen it a little bit more and more when it comes to celebrities, so they can get views on their channel, because when you go viral and everything, a lot of people gonna talk about you with generating more money for you. So I just don't like how we're at the state of we have to talk about our relationships and everything, and when it comes to about sex and anything like that, to make it go viral. Stuff like relationships should be kept sacred like that, not just put it out there just to get a money grab and get views for your own channel. So I kind of disagree with what Cam did, but I feel like it's not gonna be the last time Cam gonna say something about embarrassing her girlfriend. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully so. But guys, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Eastern time. Shout out to you. Shout out to you guys, man. That was in the building. Mr. Darlog always coming through, holding us down, holding us accountable, putting us in our spot. Don't matter. He's not biased. He tell us when we're right. He tell us when we're wrong. Not only that, guys, make sure you also subscribe to the channel as well. He also is a dope content creator. So guys, go over there and support the channel. Talk to the mom, mother, Natasha Vincent, always coming through, showing us love. That's why we love her. That's why we always show her love and respect. Man, Natasha, we're gonna fly you into Miami. Me and Hakeem and Jordan already talked about that. We're gonna take you to South
Put her
Beach.
up in the nicest hotel.
We're gonna make sure you come outside. We gotta make sure you come outside because she's always inside. We gotta make sure you come outside. Shout out to the lovely Sophia Grace that's also in the building. Guys, make sure you also subscribe to her channel. She Rising Soul. Dope, have some dope commentary. Hey, you know she had one the other day about Trump. I actually went to go watch it. Very interesting. I was actually laughing because I was like, wow. That was that she be doing her homework. She be doing her homework. Shout out to Chicago Realist. Chicago Realist say today a lot of people was doing early voting. That's good, Chicago. I'm happy. That is good. It's showing that people are all taking voting seriously. So that's really good to see that the line was packed. I'm glad to see that. Like people are always trying to make a change within their community. So that's good. So let's see how the turnout will be tomorrow night. Pretty much tomorrow night. Shout out to the lovely Mimi, co-host of the Shiesty Avenger, was also in the building. Always the first one here, showing love and respect. We really do greatly appreciate her, and we love her as well. Hakeem, he wants you on the panel. You muted.
Tell him he got me for Kawafi. I'm on the panel.
Shout out to E Black once again. Congratulations, E Black, on your big win. Everybody's talking about within the space. So man, you won big. So now you gonna really E Black gonna really talk crap. Shout out to Why High, that's also in the building. Why High, I'm sorry about the Cowboys, man. Y'all not looking good. Look like Dak might be out for the season. They say he's gonna be out for multiple games. That's pretty much the whole season, pretty much. So let's see. But I'm not gonna lie, with Cooper Rush, y'all may be able to do something, but I don't see y'all going anywhere, especially with Detroit. Man, I don't see that. Nah. Detroit holding it down. I'm sorry. Detroit is holding it down. I told you it's that coach. Y'all have a good coach. Detroit, y'all have a good coach, man. Dan Cameron.
We looking historic in Detroit, man. Hey, we looking so good that we might never lose a game this season. That's how good we look.
Yeah, y'all do. Y'all looking really good. Yeah, you know why he motivate the team? I told you with a good coach, anything is possible. Shout out to Ashton Williams, the creator of the Shiesty Avengers, was also in the building. He will be going live right after us at 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central Time. Guys, make sure you go over there and subscribe.
He said, Jordan, welcome to. Okay, you got me.
Oh, he said Jordan's welcome. Yeah, just let us know when you go live. We're gonna go and support. The same thing with Truth and Never Favorite. He goes live, but he never let us know when he goes live. Oh, hopefully he's listening in. Truth, when you go live, let us know when you go live. I don't mind going over there. And also, EJ wants your information. True, if you're listening, EJ also wants your information as well. Shout out to Raven that was also in the building. Shout out to DJ Triumph, who also was in the building. We really do greatly appreciate you for stopping by. Shout out to Joe No Hurt Him. Shout out to Gore, who's been a hardworking man, who was also in the building. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to those that also tuning in over there on the Kick World. We really do greatly appreciate it. Also, those tuning in on Instagram. We had like 10 people watching on Instagram. Now they all gone, but we had some people watching on Instagram. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Shay, Ema York, Julius, I see you in the building. Thank you so much, Julius, for tuning in. Big Bad Bull also tuned in. Shout out to Secret Kitchen, also tuned in as well on the Instagram world. Shout out to those watching us on Facebook. We really do greatly appreciate it. The lovely Bobby Bryan. When I see Bobby Bryan, I know Sherry Bryan probably is around. So shout out to you guys. Bobby Bryan, let Sherry Bryan know that we're still praying for her, that she have a speedy recovery, and make sure she's relaxing. And I know her son Sky is taking care of her, and also Gorilla Black. So we all wish you guys well. That being said, guys, make sure you go to KL Culture Radio description where you can find the KL Culture Radio t-shirt with me and Jordan got on, the KL Culture Radio hat, the KL Culture Radio coffee mug. I keep working on a new coffee mug as well. We still waiting on the KL Culture Radio jacket, so guys, be on the lookout for that. Because soon that coming, you're gonna see me the first one to have it on, because I'm buying it. And also, go to KL Culture Radio community tab, in the community tab where you can find Prince Hakeem book. Black Love. He's almost finished his other book, so y'all be on the lookout for that one. That's hopefully be able to draw by the end of this year. Hakeem been working hard in the back, man. Hakeem, Jordan, and myself, we've been working very, very hard in the back. We trying to make KR Culture Radio the biggest thing on the planet. And I take a lot of hard work, and also you guys coming through and supporting us by being membership, super chat, Cash App, all this out. You see, we putting it right back into the business. We don't use it for our own personal resource. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Also on X, Rumble. Our Rumbles are growing too, guys. I was just letting you guys know our Rumble is growing. Our audience is growing on Rumble. Thank you guys. It's just they don't comment. I don't know why they never comment. We had 10 people watching. They never comment. But shout out to you guys that are also watching us on Rumble. We really do greatly appreciate it. And they also like our clips when we drop them. They actually do and watch them. So that's really good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like always, guys, thank you for tuning in to KR Culture Radio. We'll see you guys Wednesday. By Wednesday, we will know who will be our president. Is it Kamala Harris or is Donald J. Trump? We over and out.